It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the NFC West.
Hold on tight. We're in for an exciting one, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Greg Wild, first month of the calendar in the NFL. Had some great games, some finishes that were pretty special, the usual surprises. Now, we hit October, and like you said, this is where the season really gets going.
Yeah, doesn't it just feel like on the NFL calendar, every month kind of has its own vibe, right? It's September. You're just starting to figure out how good you are. You don't even know how good your own team is, let alone the rest of the league. But once the calendar page turns to October, things start to become a little bit more clear. We know the contenders. We know the teams.
Riley Patterson is the kicker, and he's got it on the tee. And off we go here on EA Sports. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads him out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
Coming off a loss last time out, I think the number 1 goal today, Mike, is he needs to make a bigger impact on the outcome of today's game. Last week, he was not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it was really just a modest performance. He was okay. Well, okay at the quarterback position is not a winning formula week in and week out in the NFL. They need him to be a difference maker. They need him to be a dynamic playmaker. He's capable of all those things, and if we can get that level of play out of him today, I think they can expect a different result than last week.
Quick throw on the RPO, caught by Coleman out wide. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard. We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. And the drive will stay alive. He's got the first down, up to the 44.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
That is caught downfield by Pickens. And he will score. George Pickens. Touchdown Blues. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems, Mike, the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Koo able to add the extra point. And the Blues will take a 7-0 lead. So out is Koo. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. This fielded at about the 9. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
And while I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards, if I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game in a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Play action. Here's Daniels. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. the feet down in time. It's a first down. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space. Because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
A throw on the move is caught. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. He'll try and run it here with Warren. And he's going to have the first down. They'll mark him at the 29, but it's a new set of downs. First down picked up. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down. Here's Daniels. Catch made right side by Wilson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now Warren. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? Now Daniels. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Out comes Riley Patterson to try the field goal. And this will be from 42 yards out. Patterson's kick is good. And the Dragons are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Blues offense ready now for their 2nd drive. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Jacobs. Fighting off tackles, pushing his way forward. Good gain of about 4. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. on fourth down. Here comes Jack Fox to kick it away. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Dragons offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw is Daniels. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Hauled in by the tight end, Henry. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. A peek at his receiving numbers from a week ago, part of the offensive performance that led them to victory. Now first carry here for Keaton Mitchell. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
2nd down and 8. Throwing is Daniels. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there. 3rd down coming up. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the 1st down. That's 17 yards, and that's a 1st down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the 1st down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
Open man, it's Jamison Williams. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. A run up the middle with Warren. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. We are through 1. 7-3 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. They'll run the toss with Warren. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. Here's a handoff to Warren.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Dragons.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Extra point by Patterson is good. And the Dragons are on top. It's now 10-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Off the play fake, here's Goff. This is incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down. Let's see what this call is. Cole Strange, former first-round pick, guilty there. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now Jacobs. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Here's Jack Fox now, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. This will be returned from the other side of midfield, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. He'll tuck it and take off. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a 1st down.
The defense is going to have to come up with a plan for this quarterback using his legs, Mike, or it's going to be a long day. They knew coming in he was a threat, but I'm not sure they thought he would be this effective this early.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play. Here's a 3rd and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's down at the 3. What a run. Now a timeout for injury. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. They'll throw with Daniels. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future. You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little...
And he will dive into the end zone. Jalen Warren, touchdown Dragons. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4 down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down, for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Goff. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4. Goff to throw. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On the ground, it's Jacobs. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. 3rd and long. Goff to throw. He'll try to run for it.
Sometimes it's just a case of taking what the defense gives you. And here's one of those examples. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. For a minute, it looked like he was going to be able to pick up this 1st down with his legs. The defense rallies, brings him down short of the 1st down marker, sets up 4th down.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Dragons offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And he'll get this past the 25, out to the 27. A pickup of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. He's going to have that 1st down. Tackle made up around the 35.
I think at this point, Mike, he doesn't care whether they hand it to him, throw it to him. He just wants to be the guy with the ball in his hand when his team needs a big play, and he came through there with a big 1st.
They run on the jet sweep. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
He had plenty of juice coming across to get the ball, Mike, but he hit a whole new gear after he secured it and began getting vertical. By comparison, it looked like a lot of the defenders who had a shot at him were a little flat-footed and ended up getting burned for a big gain.
Williams in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Warren. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Daniels now going to look to throw. We drop this down to Warren. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I continue in just a moment. 3rd and a yard. Third and a yard. It's Daniels. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
Off he goes. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now, Daniels. He'll take off again. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
Throwing on 2nd down, Daniels.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line. Out comes Riley Patterson to try the field goal. This from 34 yards. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dragons going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Now Goff going to hold on to it. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining. A 2nd down throw for Goff. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Throwing, Goff. Looking downfield for Coleman. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get started out in the capital city of Austin, Texas, where you see the final score there. Jalen Wright, a touchdown run in the victory. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and what equates to be a very tough opponent. We were treated to a fine performance in the first half from the Heisman Trophy winner, Jaden Daniels. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg
Pretty
Olsen.
interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Levante David doing his work on defense. Once again, it's Warren. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. It is a big play on 1st down. 35 yards.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs to kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Now whistles and a timeout. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Kyle Hamilton, the versatile defender, with the good coverage there. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either their ball or as a runner, and they're able to force 4th down.
Out comes Riley Patterson to try the field goal. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Dragons will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing here is Goff. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up. To throw is Goff. Taking off. A 1st down on the scramble. A gain of 16. Now, Goff. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They'll go play action with Goff. That's to the right side and caught by Bowers. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Goff. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
On comes the Blues punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. The Dragons offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him. Point in the 3rd quarter. Here's a handoff to Warren. And he'll get 4 here, up to the 24-yard line. It's the tight end, Henry, in motion. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. The open man is Osborne. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. It's the tight end, Henry, in motion. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. Now he takes off.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
On 1st down, Daniels. There's Osborne with the grab. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. And a determined run there. He gets about 7 yards inside the 10-yard line. 2nd down and 3. On second down, Warren. He is in. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Dragons. That is second touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Blues offense ready to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll run the toss to Jacobs. Fighting off defenders here. He'll churn forward and pick up 3. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Here's Goff. Oh, he coughs up the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates.
After these kind of plays, Mike, you just wish the sideline was a mile away, because you know when you get there, you are going to catch an earful. They stress all week, ball carriers. We have to protect the ball. In this case, it doesn't result in a turnover, but the lost yardage now brings up 4th down. These are drive killers.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. On the handoff, this is Warren. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. Taking off, he'll try to get there. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force 4th down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the 1st down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
They run out of the gun with Warren. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down forthcoming. On 3rd down, they go with Warren. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a first down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. On the ground, this is Warren. A gain there of 11, and that will be a first down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it, and no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
He's going to run it, and Daniels will slide to a stop. Wise move as a young quarterback. That's how you stay around and become a vet. He picked up the first down. Here's Warren. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Here now, second down and goal. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Third and goal. It's Daniels. He'll try, and he will get into the end zone. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Dragons. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Extra point by Patterson is good. And the Dragons add on to their already sizable lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Blues offense headed back to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. He's going to tuck it and go. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Goff. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a first down. From the gun, it's Goff. Completes this one. That's Christian Watson. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Goff to throw. Right back to Watson. Another grab. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. A quick slant, looked in by Watson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. Here's Goff. They'll try to set up the screen here. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. Now it is 1st and goal. Now Jacobs. And good strength shown there. He takes it down to the 8. 2nd and goal. One more time, it's Jacobs. Stopped at the 6, and that sets up 3rd and goal. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's gone. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Dragons offense and their running back set to go once more. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Warren. Warren, 1st down and more. And they will finally get him down, but not before he's able to take this up near the 40-yard line. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Warren, running left. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Now a give to Warren, running right. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. He'll send a tight end in motion right. And some problems communicating on third down, and that's going to be a delay. So a much more difficult scenario now. It is 3rd and 10. Here's a handoff to Warren. The Dragons punt team unit comes out. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They get the victory away from home in the division. Those are so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time, later in the season. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.